Working with wildlife is a magical experience, but there's a harsh reality that no academic training had prepared me for. The underlying tension between the local community and the expat. You add to that mix the scientific ego, and voila, you have the perfect example of poor leadership and hierarchical structure. So there is a need for more inclusive management and leadership strategy in the environmental sector. And this change begins with the individual, which is at the core of team and organizational performance. Unfortunately, scientists have been quite slow at embracing their role as leaders, but also at investigating their leadership practices. Understanding this need, I designed the first ever global survey of environmental leadership, collecting data from 171 practitioners from 42 countries. Through an online questionnaire, practitioners were asked what skills were most important to them, but also what experience allowed them to develop these skills. 48% of my respondents deemed that relationship building was the most important in their toolkit, followed by strategic thinking, influencing, and executing skills. Interestingly, the 4 categories of skills to emerge were soft skills rather than technical skills. 37% of my respondents had attended a leadership training, when 70% of them deemed it an essential part of their professional development. So despite a strong demand for leadership training, it seemed that the supply didn't match it. And the biggest barriers to accessing leadership training was time and cost, particularly for early career practitioners. So this really allows us to reflect on what is being offered to scientists in terms of training. And with sea level rise and more intense threats on our natural resources, our future is at risk from climate change. And scientists have a key role in leading the cultural evolution needed to reverse this trend. Unfortunately, this won't happen if they're not offered the appropriate training to develop the leadership skill necessary to bring this change. Islands where I come from are threatened because scientists persist to ignore the needs of the community they serve. From my research, I have demonstrated the need for more accessible leadership training to scientists to stop the human-caused destruction of our planet. Thank you very much.